welcome to What's New and Good with Chef Alina Z. Good for the taste buds and good for the body. And today we're talking about pizza that is good for you, like my Russian grandmother would say, because this pizza is amazing. Amazing because you can have it all. It's dairy-free and it is full of taste. And I'm here with Gracie at Patxi Pizza in Santa Barbara. And Gracie will tell us a little bit about this pizza and what they're all about while I'm eating it because I'm drooling here. The pizza looks so amazing. This is a Chicago-style deep dish pizza, and it's like, okay, it's vegan, it's plant-based, and it's good.
Right.
What's going on here?
We'll definitely say that most people have never seen a vegan deep dish pizza before. The first time they have it at Patxi's is probably the first time they've ever even seen it on a menu.
It's like a food gasm right here.
Yeah.
It's so good. Oh my God.
So we're using a wheat crust, first of all, just to kind of add a little bit more nutrition into the pizza versus, you know, kind of a white crust. And then instead of the mozzarella that we use in our traditional deep dish, we're using the Dia brand vegan cheese.
And it's soy-free.
Soy-free. Soy-free.
So good.
And then we're adding fresh spinach, fresh red onions, and garlic. Because a lot of times in vegan dishes, people will say that things seem plain or they seem...
Right.
And so we're just like full on to your taste buds.
Well, you know, I like to describe this to women especially. It's like the little black dress. You know, you take the basics, the red sauce and the cheese and the crust, and then you dress it up and you accessorize it. And you make it taste delicious. And this is so, so good. It's rich, it's savory. The cheese is ooey and gooey, and there's spinach, so you get your extra fiber and iron. And then because it is whole wheat, you get extra fiber. Now, one thing that people have this stigma about, like, well, if it's healthy, you have to drink water, but I'm kind of craving something interesting to drink. What do you have?
So it's pretty cool. If we're gonna stick with our vegan theme,
yeah, let's stick to plant-based.
I have a vegan beer. So it's
Okay.
an unfiltered Hefeweizen from Golden Road Brewery, which is here in California, down in LA. So we'll start with that one. I'll give that one to you.
Okay. What are you gonna drink?
I'm gonna have a gluten-free, all-natural cider from Anthem Cider Company.
Okay. So Gracie, you have all these beers, and then you said that some beers are vegan and some are not vegan. I did not know that beer can be non-vegan. How's that?
So beers in the big process, the brewing process, will get filtered. And Hefeweizens are traditionally unfiltered beers.
Hefeweizen, okay.
And in that filter process, the filter screens can be made of animal products.
Oh.
And so, no, you're not getting, you know, like bacon in your IPA or anything like that. But
I don't think I can drink all that foam, but see, I should not be a bartender, apparently.
So those cloudier beers that's kind of how you can see that it's unfiltered.
Okay, so if you want to stick to plant-based beer, do not hire me as your bartender, for sure. But go for the unfiltered beer. And then for those of you who want to stick to gluten-free, because beer is gluten, it's made out of wheat, you have the Anthem cider, right? And that is made out of apples and no sugar added, so you can have a glass of cider and have a little bit of alcohol without having the gluten.
So what's also fun is a couple of the beers are local, just down the street
really?
from us, right here in Santa Barbara. Telegraph Brewing and
look at
Figueroa
that.
Mountain, right down the street.
So listen, if you want to change the world, you gotta start drinking locally and think globally. Let's cheers. Cheers to your health, because you can have it all. You can have a pizza and a gluten-free apple cider or a plant-based beer and enjoy life fully.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, I love my job. And I want you to love your life. And you know, I just got a call today from a friend who is not doing very well health-wise. And you know, he loves to go out and he likes to eat, and he always indulges in things, and he's like, oh, you know, healthy is not tasty. And I'm like, no, we're gonna break that myth. You can have it all. You can go out and eat amazing food, and you can feel good. Emotionally, you can be satisfied in your spirit. You're like, yeah, I'm eating pizza, you know? And at the same time, your body will be like, oh, okay, it's dairy-free. Like, a lot of people are allergic to dairy. People don't want to bring dairy into their lives. So this is a great way to indulge.
Absolutely.
Because we want to indulge and we want to enjoy.
I'll tell you something interesting, a funny story. It's not really funny. It's actually kind of one of the ones that reminds me why I do what I do. and you're like, well, you make pizza, you know, but pizza's such one of those, it's a thing that you think about with family. You think about birthday parties, you think about after soccer games. It's
right.
It's a very, you know, it's a very homey kind of dish. And when you find out that you have a dairy allergy or that, you know, you have celiac disease, pizza's taken out of what you can, what you can have. And a few years ago, I was serving a pizza that maybe I wouldn't order necessarily. Gluten-free, you know, diet cheese, vegetables, and broccoli.
Ooh, broccoli.
Broccoli. And, you know, and I'm like, wow, this person's really going all out with a healthy pizza. And I set it down in front of her, and she just was kind of quiet about it. And then I was like, that's interesting. And I checked back a couple minutes later, and she had tears in her eyes.
Wow.
And she said that she hadn't been able to have pizza in years since she had found out of a lot of the dietary restrictions she had. And she was there with her family. She had 2 young kids and her husband. And she had tears in her eyes because she was like, I haven't been able to have this moment of enjoying pizza with my family in so long. And she's like, thank you. So I was just like, wow, you know.
Well, it is such a food that brings people together, and it is such a traditional food, you know, it's such an indulgent food. And, you know, I talked to a couple of people, and they say if they're on dietary restrictions, they don't even go out.
Right.
And so I want them to know that we will do a recipe with a gluten-free pizza. The deep dish pizza here is not gluten-free, so if you don't have celiac, you can have that. But if you choose to eat gluten-free, they do have a gluten-free option, which I actually tried. I haven't tried this pizza before right now because I wanted to try it right on camera, so you guys can see how amazing it is. I did try the gluten-free one, and the waiter that I had, he said actually he orders gluten-free just because he likes the taste, and it is just so. It's a thin crust, so it has a crunch, but inside it's soft.
Right.
So, and it's not gritty at all, and you can enjoy your life. And, you know, for those people who are thinking, you know, you gotta have a salad, like this salad, it smells amazing. So let's see, we'll move the pizza, yeah. Let's talk about the salad. For those people, like if you wanna come with your family and enjoy a meal, but you might not want anything heavy, like this salad, tell me what's in it because it looks fantastic.
So this is our kale and Brussels sprout salad. We're using baby kale, roasted Brussels sprouts, apples, and grapes. And then, Thank you. And then a sherry vinaigrette dressing, which we make in-house. We also roast our Brussels sprouts in our sherry vinaigrette as well. Just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. This salad can traditionally come with bacon as well, but since we're kind of on the theme of doing things a little bit lighter, we kept it dairy-free, which it is traditionally, and then we kept it vegan as well.
I love the combination of the crunchy apple. Has a little sour taste. The grapes give it a little sweetness. The sherry vinaigrette has a little tanginess. And the Brussels sprouts, you know, people look at them as vegetable. To me, they're more like a carbohydrate because they're so filling and so, you know, satisfying. And then yet you're eating vegetable that's good for you that looks like a little mini cabbage. So I feel like you can get, and I love to peel them. I like to eat with my hands personally. You know, I feel like you really get to feel the food. And, you know, kale has a lot of protein and fiber and has a lot of chlorophyll. And for those who are interested in more healthy stuff, you know, chlorophyll helps you purify your blood. So it's like the oxygenating your cells, really. The green that you get in the greens is very similar in molecular structure to your blood. So you're doing something really good for every single organ in your body. And then, you know, I feel like life has to be balanced. For those people who want to be healthy and want to indulge, you can have it all. You can have it all. And then if you want to have the pizza with a salad, that's awesome. And Gracie has this weird thing here. She has honey on the table. We're talking about health, and I'm like, honey is not vegan, it's not plant-based, it comes from bees. I love honey, especially local honey. So if you are somewhere else in the world, find the local honey. It helps the bee population and can also help with the pollen allergies in your local area. And also it's good for, you know, eco-conscious business. We want to eat locally, you know, think globally, act locally. That's what we're doing here. But why do you have honey on the table with pizza?
So
where's the dessert menu? What's for dessert?
This is dessert. This is our dessert menu.
Okay. How?
Patxi's our restaurant, we have a few others based in the Bay Area, and Patxi himself is just a deep dish fanatic. He just loves it. And he started his first restaurant in Palo Alto.
Okay.
Very small, funky little restaurant. And a man came in one day, a big man in a suit, and he comes in and he says, oh, deep dish, okay, you know, where's the honey? And Patxi's like,
where's the honey?
What are you talking about? And Patxi, he's a California boy, California born and bred. He just loves deep dish pizza. So he's not, you know, a Chicago deep dish historian. And so he thinks he's missed something in his research. So eventually, a few months later, he and his business partner went out to Chicago, and they started asking everybody, where's the honey?
Where's the honey?
We were told that deep dish and honey go hand in hand. And everyone's like, you guys are crazy.
It's like, where's the beef?
Exactly. No, they're like, everyone's just looking at them like they're nuts. So they're kind of dejected. They come back to, you know, California. But by this point, they had honey on all their tables and had started to gain a little bit of notoriety for having honey. This man walks back into the pizza shop a few months later, and, you know, they remembered him because he's a big guy and
in a suit.
In a suit.
In a pizza shop.
In Palo Alto, you know.
Palo Alto. Who wears suits in Palo Alto?
I know, that's Birkenstocks.
Well, it's a techie environment for those of you who might be wondering. Palo Alto is Google headquarters, like Apple headquarters, very chill, very laid back. So a guy in a suit.
A guy in a suit, big guy. And Patxi's like, all right, he's like, I gotta have a talk with you. I went out to Chicago and you made me look like, you know, a doofus. Like, I'm asking everyone where the honey is and it's not a thing. And he said, oh, I said Chicago? I meant Colorado. So apparently there's a deep dish pizza chain in Colorado that serves honey with their crust.
So why honey? So what do we do with the honey?
The honey. So when you get to the end,
okay, we'll get to the end quickly because this is amazing. But we can be just sitting here and eating all day.
So it's crust.
Okay.
It's unlike, you know, a thin crust.
Right.
It's big. It's flaky. It's almost like a pastry.
You're right. It is like a pastry. So it is really flaky. You're right.
Super flaky. So you take your honey and you just kind of drizzle it on. And see, even though I'll still have some cheese, a little bit of the sauce, so you get a little bit of that sweet and savory on there.
Because I cleared up mine.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. It's just they're not gonna like happy little surprises like Bob Ross, you know.
Well, I like, you know, food can be messy, and you know, I say food is messy, life is messy, and food is delicious, and so is life, and we have to make both. And let's see. It's like eating baklava. Make your own baklava. And it's really good. You know what, I have a Z tip for you actually. So if you are looking at this pizza and you're like, oh my God, this pizza is delicious. And I'm sure some of you have had this, where you take the pizza and you eat it and you burn the top of your mouth, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
You can put honey there immediately, and this is so great because that is preventing the burn, so you don't have to wait. Like, you just put for like, you know, a couple minutes. But that is a really good thing that you have it with a pizza. Maybe that's why they started it.
Maybe that's where it came from.
And then they were like, well, if I didn't get burned, I might as well just have some honey on my crust. It's just so good. You have a whole meal. You have two dishes, and the third one, like two in one, basically, right? The main course and the dessert. And I want to show you guys. So if you are local, you can come here and eat and just sit and relax, have a brewski or an apple cider, and enjoy it. And if you want to make it at home, you want to recreate it, Gracie will show us how to make some of the things so you can make it home and enjoy it. So let me show you how it's done. Welcome back to What's New and Good with Chef Alina Z. Good for the taste buds, good for the body. And we want to show you that you can have it all. You can have amazing taste and flavors and textures in a pizza. And here Gracie from Patxi Pizza in Santa Barbara will show us how to make it better for you than a traditional pie. So how do we begin? What are we doing?
So this is a cast iron pan. This has been seasoned. Over years of use, actually.
Oh, not seasoned with like seasoning.
No.
I thought
just like you season.
I thought you were putting like paprika or something on it.
Just how you season a cast iron pan. At home. We're keeping everything vegan. Do you want to spread that around there?
Yeah, put me to work. Okay.
So you want to do it. Make sure you get it all the way up on the sides too, because you know, deep dish. So we're going all the way around.
All right. And for those at home, if you want to do something like that, you can probably use like Earth Balance, plant-based butters. You can probably use like coconut oil, coconut butter. there's different options that you can use. So that's done.
Perfect.
See, quick and easy. We want to make it quick and easy.
It's great. You can put that right there.
All right.
So now we're using our whole wheat dough.
And whole wheat, you keep the fiber. You can actually see that you get extra fiber, and fiber can suck up the fat that we're eating. So that's my big Z tip. If you're eating a lot of fat, like ice cream, put some oat bran on it. That's what I do, actually. I put oat bran on my ice cream. Okay.
So we're going to use a pastry roller. People who worked in a bakery would be familiar with this. At home, you're going to get the same results with a rolling pin.
Okay, so a rolling pin.
However, we can get it done a lot faster
Just do it
with a pastry roller.
Put it in there. Put it in there.
So,
and you know what I think? Like, if you've had a really frustrating day and if you've been stressed, like, you take the dough and you just, like, you know, punch it and have your pearls on. You know, why not? And then you can roll it, and, you know, it's like a little workout, so you're burning calories before you're going to consume them. So
this machine's kind of loud.
Okay.
It's working hard for us. Let's do it. It's getting all its energy out.
There you go. That's why it's so firm.
And so we're putting a little bit of flour down on each side just to roll it through.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
So here is our dough.
Oh, can I touch it? Can I touch it?
Oh yeah, you do it.
I know people like throw up and
Right.
everything.
So we're trying to keep it right at this thickness. So we're just gonna put it.
That is so cool. Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've made pies before, but it's never been like that big.
And then you want to get all the air bubbles out, just like
Air bubbles. And this is a good way to get the whole family together. You know, everybody makes things together. Oh, look at that. And then we just dump stuff inside.
And then we just dump it.
I love it. So what are we putting in?
So we're gonna put in our fresh spinach.
Fresh spinach. I'm gonna have a little, right? I like to eat while I'm cooking.
And then our
Diet cheese.
Diabetes
And you
cheese.
can buy this at Whole Foods or Lazy Acres. You know, you can buy it online even. And diet cheese, so it's gluten-free, it's soy-free. Just put we want more cheese, like cheese. And spinach has good benefits for you, iron, fiber, vitamins, minerals. Let's do some onion.
Perfect.
Put a little zing. And if you want to boost your immune system, onion is awesome, and so is garlic.
So we're gonna put the garlic on top.
Oh, see, she knows what she's on. I like put everything in there. Okay.
So our pizzas are stuffed.
Okay.
A lot of people don't realize that's what the whole concept of the deep dish is. It gets an extra layer of dough on top.
Oh, so it's like a lasagna pizza.
Exactly. So it's gonna go back in here, and we're gonna get this one very thin, almost transparent. So if you are at home using your rolling pin, you want to definitely finish it out with your hands by stretching it. So you'll want to hand stretch it.
So yeah, you see how it's so much thinner.
So if you put your knuckles up and then just kind of slowly bring them apart from each other, and you'll kind of hand stretch it.
I'm a professional pizza maker. Oh, look at that. That's cool.
So then we'll get it a little bit thinner.
A little bit thinner.
A little bit. Oops, that's okay. Holes are fine because we need to make venting holes anyways.
Okay.
So then we're going to put our flour side up.
Flour side up.
And we're going to go right like that. So holes are good. Holes are good because we need
Holes
to
are
vent.
good. Oh.
If you don't have holes in your top layer, it's just going to bubble up.
Okay, so we want to make sure there's holes.
So perfect. And then we're just going to...
And if you have kids, look, they can go like that. You know, kids like to break stuff, so this is like, again, you know, work out your energy to break that stuff. And then what are we doing? Do we need to like mix it up together?
We are just sticking that right in there.
Okay.
So it sticks to each other.
All right.
We grab our pizza cutter, and you want to go right up at the top.
That is so cool. I only use the pizza cutter for like cutting the pizza, but that's brilliant. Look at that. And you can probably bake that, like just to make crust for something else, or use it for another pizza,
or
right?
Exactly. If you wanted to do a deep dish and a thin crust, use this for your thin crust.
See? Smart. Okay.
And then we're going to take our tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce.
Why don't you get a big one and just put it right
Oh my God, look at this ladle.
in the middle.
In the middle, okay.
And then
spread it out like that?
We're actually use a shaking technique.
Shaking technique. Can you work out? Like, here, hold on. It's like...
Exactly.
Moving your lips.
It's exactly that. That's how you stay thin while you eat so much pizza.
Oh my God, you see, you guys, this is how you do it. Look, I already feel my waist getting thinner. This is so fun. Okay.
And then the garlic, it's just like you just kind of like, you want to get it off your fingers.
Get it off my fingers.
Yep. And this is just a minced garlic. It's a fresh minced garlic.
And you know, you can buy garlic that's already peeled, and you can just go through a little press, or you can even buy minced garlic. Yep. And it's good for keeping the vampires away, unless they look like Edward Cullen, because you want to keep those close by. Or, you know, you want to keep germs away. So again, I'm going to wipe my fingers right on here. Like
and it's ready to go in the oven.
Let's put it in the oven. Okay.
So this is a Baxter rotating deck oven that has 6 levels in there. To cook the pizza is at 500 degrees, and we cook it for 26 minutes. So that's why we like to encourage people to have an appetizer or a salad while they wait. So put that in there and close the lid.
And it's a good pizza, and you can have it all. Welcome back to What's New and Good with Chef Alina Z. What's good for the taste buds and good for the body. And I'm here with Gracie at Patxi Pizza in Santa Barbara, and we're going to make a pizza that's, mamma mia, is a good for you. And it's gluten-free and dairy-free. And before you turn off the screen and go like, no, that's not for me, hear me out. I want to have you have it all. I want you to have the health and the abundance of food, and I want you to feel good during and after. And it is possible to have it all with real ingredients in the real world, and make it really easy, and you can make it at home. So we are starting out with a crust that's pre-made.
This is just 4 ounces of tomato sauce.
4 ounces, so that's half a cup. So if you're at home, you can use just a half a cup measuring cup, right? Look at that. I would totally put more, but she's a pro, so we're gonna listen to her. And okay, and then do we put the ingredients first, right?
Right.
Let's do
spinach first, because we don't want it to burn in the oven.
Oh, good idea. Okay, so I'm gonna put fresh spinach. It has potato, flour, rice flour, and tapioca. And if you go to Whole Foods or even online, you can buy an amazing gluten-free, like Udi's brand, UDI, has a great pizza crust you can buy. You don't have to cook it, you know, if you're making it at home. So now, how do we make a pizza? How do we build a pizza?
So one of the first things I like to tell people about when they're building pizzas at home, less is more.
Less is more, okay.
You don't want to go overkill with sauce. You don't want to go overkill with cheese.
Oh,
you don't want to go overkill with anything. It all spreads itself out eventually in the cooking process.
We're going to keep it classy. So keep it classy.
Just 1 scoop.
And, you know, if you want to have a party, you can have a whole bunch of the crusts and a whole bunch of ingredients. Like here, they have all the ingredients. And then you can have your friends make their own pizzas, put them in the oven, and then you don't have to do nothing.
Build your own pizza party.
Build your own pizza party.
So cheese next, so we're going to use the diet vegan cheese.
Look at that. So this is a gluten-free, dairy-free cheese that is actually delicious. It's soy-free, and
to the edges.
There you go, okay. Not too close to the edges.
Oh, no, you, all the way. You want to get close enough so it goes out on the outside of the sauce. So again, it doesn't look like a lot, right?
No, it doesn't.
But it's all going to melt and it'll spread out.
Okay, well, you know what? I want to jazz it up with something else. We have mushroom. Oh my God, you guys, when you come here, you have to order with the mushrooms. And maybe get like extra mushrooms and extra mushrooms and extra mushrooms. In Italian, they call it funghi.
Funghi, yes.
Funghi.
And then I don't think pizza's complete without garlic.
Garlic.
You've got to have garlic
with everything.
On pizza.
Yeah.
So just roasted garlic cloves.
Roasted garlic. And you can... You know what? I actually bought roasted garlic once, and it was so delicious that I kept eating, and I had like a half a cup of roasted garlic. I had indigestion for 3 days. I kid you not. So be very careful because it is delicious. Just don't overdo it. So listen to Gracie. You know, it's less is more. Easy does it. And look, how long did it take us? Pizza built. It's a good for you, and it's a good pizza, and you can have it all. We're going to put it in the oven. Let's put it in the oven.
In order to try to keep our gluten-sensitive guests safe from the abundance of flour in our kitchen, we keep the racks separate for gluten-free pizzas.
Oh, wow. That's good to know.
So they're not going to go on the same rack next to pizzas that are covered in flour and cornmeal and any other triggers. Yeah, so we try to keep it. So that's why it's taken a second until I'm getting it to the rack that we keep safe for gluten-free pizzas.
Well, look at that elevator. All right, I was gonna cook over the paper. You live, you learn, people. This is my first time as a pizza maker. I think I did okay.
You did great.
Welcome back to What's New and Good with Chef Alina Z. Good for the taste buds and good for the body. And we're here at Patxi Pizza with Gracie, and we are making a salad, blah, blah, blah. So for those of you who think like this is a salad, this is not a salad because it doesn't have the eat factor, not it factor, but eat factor that makes you want to eat it. And you know, I believe that in order for you to live well, you have to eat well. And so we're gonna jazz it up. We're gonna make an awesome salad. And Gracie has some really cool ingredients that she puts in a salad that normally people would not put them. So what are we gonna put to jazz it up and make it have an eat factor?
Well, you know how hot Brussels sprouts are this year.
Oh my God, the Brussels sprouts is a new kale. So this is like so yesterday, so like last season. This is baby kale. You never last season, you're timeless. We don't want it to know.
You're like the little black dress.
Yeah, you have a little black dress, but want to jazz it up, the black dress. You want to accessorize it.
Roasted Brussels sprouts.
Roasted Brussels sprouts. That's a great idea. So you have raw and cooked, so you feel satisfied.
But they're cooled, so we're not making a hot salad. They've been chilled.
Okay. You know what you can do? Like if you made Brussels sprouts the night before and you had them hot and you have them left over and you're like, what am I going to do with them? It's like that necklace somebody gave you, but you haven't worn it since like last season. You can put the necklace with something new. You can put the Brussels sprouts with something new.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay. What else?
So now grapes. Red grapes.
Yummy.
Because, you know.
Why not?
Why not? Fruit
and
salad.
they're so juicy. You know what I find? That when you have a little sweet in a salad or in a meal, you feel more satisfied and you don't feel like having a big dessert because you already had the sweet and the sour and the salt. So, okay, what do you want to put something else?
Green apples.
Green apples.
And we're using green apples because of the little bit of sourness that you get
and
from
because
a
they're
green
awesome.
apple. Yeah, and because they're
awesome.
So that's all we're gonna put in there.
Okay.
And then we're gonna dress it with a sherry vinaigrette.
Dress it up.
So
sherry vinaigrette, and you will have the recipe right here, so you'll see it. And you can, you know, make different variations. You don't like red grapes, you can put green grapes. You don't like green apples, you can put red apples. You can switch them around. Go crazy. And look, if you get tongs, and if you never use tongs for food, look how awesome. This is so quick and easy. You actually have a lot of protein in the salad from the Brussels sprouts and kale. And it's so rich. And look how beautiful. Ooh la la. A little black pepper. And dinner is done. Oh my God, this smells amazing. Who wants some?
Oh, me.
You want some? Okay, I'll serve you.
Okay.
How about that? Welcome to Patxi's Pizza in Santa Barbara. Look at that. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Oh my God, it's so, so good, you guys. I can smell it. I'm gonna just have a little slice. Let's see. Let's taste this. How did I do? Oh my God.
You did good. First time pizza maker. I'm
Finger
impressed.
looking good. Visit Patxi's Pizza. Try that gluten-free pizza with the Daiya cheese and see how amazing food can be that is good for you. See, she's like, you have to see it to believe it. So until later, bye.